Yo, what is up guys, Grim here, and in today's video I thought I'd give you a bit of an inside scoop on one of the first farming strategies that I've gotten myself into, and that is a revisit to new Vastir Legion farming. So I really enjoyed the playstyle of Legion farming in Dunes in the past. There was just a massive perfect storm of just like, the div card that drops in Dunes, all sorts of stuff like that, which really did make Dunes Legion farming completely insane. Obviously, that perfect storm has kind of like dissipated. It's no longer just quite that insane. I don't think it's going to be the best currency in the game anymore. However, I do still think that it is a fantastic option if you're looking for some chill maps and you're looking to blow up some legions. Given the prices of stuff right now in the economy, I do think it's a fairly good option. So we'll go over some of the things here and how much you can kind of expect to earn and why I think it's profitable and when it may not be. And we'll kind of look at some of the numbers. So overall, the playstyle is probably going to be that you buy your dunes. You can try and sustain them with a full Awakener 9 Atlas. That's what I was doing, a full Awakener 9 Atlas. You can try and sustain the dunes by triple favoriting it, making sure that you don't have any other 15s favorited. You will get a fair amount back, but the strategy really does focus on selling maps to be able to fund buying your dunes back. I know there's been some controversy around, map sustaining and stuff like that this league. However, when you actually do get into the end game, you've got some Atlas bonus, you've got some Sextants on there, you've got some Legion on there. Well, there's actually no problem sustaining maps at all. Generally, you at least get 1 to 3 maps back. Sometimes you can get more than that. You get stuff like the Guardian maps dropping, the Synth maps dropping. There really is a lot of juice to be had in the mapping department. And with maps, like T14 plus maps, ranging between 8 to 10C right now, you're dropping 1 or 2 maps that pays back the dunes cost and then a lot more, which is pretty damn awesome. I don't think I've had a map where I haven't at least had 1 or 2 maps back. Yet, just because you're putting so much into the map, which is pretty damn cool. Alright, so now that we've kind of established that you'll be buying your maps, you're going to be chiseling them, you're going to be alching them. I choose not to vol them, because, I don't really enjoy bricking my maps. It's kind of annoying. You have to buy more. But that's kind of the approach I would take. The Atlas passes we're taking are emblematic. Like the full emblematic tree. I take 1 small node of the Legion kind of cluster. So you basically, you don't take the full, the duration thing. You don't take that. You just take the small node. And then you take the Exiles because they actually got buffed. It's pretty damn awesome. And when you roll them in your map, it can be pretty cool. I'm also picking up rare jewels. Rare jewels could actually be pretty cool. If you put them all in a 1x dump tab and you identify them all using scrolls, you can actually get quite a lot of currency for some of them if you get a good one. If you don't, just lower the price of the tab, maybe lower it to 50C, 40C, down. And the cool thing is that Exiles drop a ton of these jewels, and you can get a lot of currency for them. I'm a pretty big fan of that, and it does kind of add a little bit of extra excitement. Selling items can be quite fun. Having a really good one pop up and you're like, yo, dude, I got 1 or 2 exalts for that jewel. It's a pretty fun little kind of highlight of your farming session. All right, let's move on to another thing that I'm supplementing my income with right now, and that is Metamorph. I filmed all this footage, but man, I guess I'm not going to be using it. I'm going to jump in game now, and we'll take a look at some of the finer details. So right now, Metamorph is completely insane. This is some historic data. So if you look at Metamorph Scarabs, pre-ritual, I did a test where I did 100 Metamorph Scarabs, and I always picked the catalysts, and I only counted how much money I would be getting for catalysts. Which is pretty interesting. And if you actually take a look at the results here, Rusted Metamorph Scarabs, 1C, you could probably get them for 3C and it would still be a good deal if you're trying to buy in bulk. But even if you bought them for 3C, every single Metamorph you do, just off of catalysts alone, will net you 4C profit. Completely insane. You should be running Rusted Metamorph Scarabs on every single damn map you do, which is T14 plus. These things are off the wall right now. Metamorph also has a very high chance to drop maps, as we covered earlier. They drop, and it's 10C. It's easy. Very, very good money if you're willing to sell them, which you absolutely should be if you're trying to make a bit of bank. Metamorph, completely insane. And the cool thing about Metamorph is that it has indeed been buffed. There is new Metamorph catalysts, some of which are worth a lot of money, and some of them aren't, but most of them are worth more than 1C, which is pretty awesome. The fact that Turbulent Catalysts if you have bulk of them are worth 2 to 3C because of all the elemental based builds is pretty awesome. These are singular catalyst prices. The more you have, the more of a premium you can charge for them. And of course, there are other cool things that Metamorphs drop, like scarabs. The Metamorph parts can be done in Tane's laboratory for even more juice. So Metamorph is really, really damn good right now, and you should be running them on every single map you can, all the way probably up to like 3 or 4C. I would pay for them, and I'd be happy paying that. Obviously, if prices change, come to the website, check out this here. This is going to be your guide. Obviously, it's not completely accurate because there's new catalysts. But, I think it's a fairly good indicator of the fact that Metamorph scarabs are completely bonkers right now. And it's going to be a fairly good way to make some consistent cash if you're just doing maps on the general. All right, let's move on to the big one though, Legion. So I don't have all my points in yet. But as I mentioned, I'm planning on respecing this Abyss stuff. It sucks. But yeah, you go full Legion tree. You get 1 point in Monolith. And then you're going to put your remaining points over here in the Exiles. So you can see here, Total Anarchy. Areas have a 10% chance to contain 20 additional Rogue Exiles, which is pretty damn awesome. I'm not sure if this triggers the additional rewards, but if it does, that's completely crazy. 20 Rogue Exiles with additional rewards. If you guys don't know, additional rewards is essentially what the Legion Sergeants had from high-value targets. So high-value targets essentially put a Legion reward node on those guys, and this is the same thing. It applies a Legion reward node to the Exiles, which is super duper awesome, and it's going to make the mapping pretty exciting when you get those 20 Rogue Exiles. And if it doesn't indeed roll Rogue Trader, that could be incredibly fun. I'm actually looking forward to trying this out, and I think it could actually make this strategy, a pretty exciting one, and a little bit different from last league. We don't have high value targets, but now we have this Rogue Trader combo with Total Anarchy, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's move on to Legion. So, of course, we do have Emblematic here still. We still do have the additional Warhorde, which is a bit of extra juice. And you have 9% chance of an additional Legion. So I think it's 8 plus 9. That's 17. 17% chance for an additional Legion on top of your guaranteed Legion that you're going to get using Rusted Legion Scarabs. So right now, again, using historic data, which I recorded before the Ritual League, you can see here just off of incubators and the splinters alone on Rusted Legion Scarabs, you almost break even. Now, of course, Legions can drop a slew of other items. They drop Scarabs, all the stuff in the game pretty much. Gems, maps, tons of maps in fact. They're a big source of maps. Basically, putting this on your map is a free cash cow. There's no way you're going to lose money running Legion Scarabs at current prices. I would probably buy them all the way up until 10C and still feel comfortable with the prices that I would get from selling this stuff. So it's pretty damn awesome in my opinion. Now, the thing that really pushes this over the edge is, of course, Emblematic. That's like prices without Emblematic. We all know that Emblematic is a massive more multiplier on the amount of splinters you're getting on a map-by-map basis. So again, pre-ritual numbers, you almost break even, excluding all the extra juice. When you throw Emblematic into the mix, that's a 100% more multiplier on splinters. Gives you a 1% chance to drop a full emblem, which is 100 splinters. So 1 in 100 will just become double. So it's like basically double splinters. This in fact affects everything. It affects the warlords, as we know. It affects the generals. Pretty much everything from Legion. So it's actually completely insane. Emblematic's still fantastic. In addition to that, they did actually add new incubators. I haven't had an opportunity to test these, but I've started to stack them up. I'm very, very interested to see what the blighted incubators are going to be dropping. I'm not sure how much these are worth. It looks like they're worth about 1 chaos right now. I'm not sure if they drop blighted maps. If they do, it's insane. We do also have the maddening ones. We have scarab ones, which are now much more in demand. Because scarabs is such a rare item. There is a lot of juice to be had here on the incubator department. I have to test them. Maybe we can get some pretty cool stuff out of this stuff, and we'll be testing that stuff in the future, which will be pretty awesome. With all that said, I think that Legion, if you're looking to blast some maps in Vastir, is still massive. If you enjoyed it in Ritual League, you're going to still enjoy it now. Legion is a fantastic mechanic, and also Dunes is a fantastic map. Dunes drops the acclimatization card. I think it's called that. Yeah, acclimatization card, which is absolutely crazy now. Alterations are still a fantastic thing to sell for big currency. I don't think I actually have Navali in my hideout. Unlucky. Oh, wait, hold on. There she is. Let's see how much alterations are worth right now. So these drop, I would say you probably get one per map. Sometimes you get two and sometimes you don't get any. But it's about one per map on average with the level of juice that we're using. So with a Metamorph Scarab, with a Legion Scarab, and with Sextants, you get about one per map. So that's 10 alterations per map. An alteration right now for is 1 to 4, so 10. That's 2.5C that you make per map for free from this div card, which is pretty damn cool. Maybe you even should run div card scarabs. I'm not even sure about that, but maybe that's actually good. So that makes Dunes even better. Dunes is just overall a fantastic map in general, and I'm a really big fan of it. There's just so many different angles that you can go at it to make money, and maybe there's even more things that we can do to min-max this further. Now, in terms of the Watchstones, I do of course have some Watchstones to get a little bit of extra juice. Currently we're running the triple emblematic, which gives you another 30% more splinters from base. Again, that's 0.1%, so that's pretty good. I'm running those, and then I'm running one Mariketh right now, but after bringing up the prices before, it looks like a lot of people are running Mariketh. As you can see here, Mariketh Emblem is actually lower than Templar, due to the fact that probably people are target farming it with the Watchstone. So maybe I need to roll a Templar one as well to kind of swap and change based on the prices here. But yeah, in general, I think it's pretty damn good. Pretty big fan of Legion, and I think it's still very much a viable strategy. Do I think it's the best? Possibly not, but that's going to be heavily reliant on how good this exile tech is here. I really want to try this out. But yeah, overall, if you're looking for a really, really good map to blast, Dunes is still a very viable option for the big muns. You can do a lot of fun stuff there, and there's also a lot more opportunity to use stuff like Delirium Orbs if you're interested in that. I haven't tried that out yet, but yeah, that's just one strategy, still very viable. Absolutely go for it if you want. Plenty of other things to look at here. I think there's probably more competitive strategies on the Atlas this time than there was last time. Obviously, Valdo's Rest is going to be an interesting one to test out as well. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this quick video. I know there's not any massive spreadsheet here, but we already know the numbers. The numbers are good. We can see them right there. There's no way you're not making money off this, and it's pretty damn good. All right, with all that said, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.